Thank you very much, Governor, for making time for us.
Yes.
Devolution at 5.
Yes.
You are the first governor, pioneer governor, Kakamega County. Talk to us about that time. It's a new system of governance.
Yeah.
You're coming into office.
Yes.
You have the hopes and expectations, dreams, aspirations of the people of the county. How was that experience?
Now, it is good that devolution came. And when it came, there was a lot of expectation at the grassroots level. You know, people expected that there will be jobs overnight, there will be development overnight. So for new governors, it was a big challenge to manage those expectations. And when we moved there, of course, being new people with the new staff and a different structure of the local authority, it was a big challenge putting all these people together.
Right.
Having the local authority staff, then having those staff that were seconded from the national government, working together, and making sure that we move on.
Right.
And you remember that time also we had high expectation of the MCS. The members of the county assembly had also very high hopes.
And were powerful.
They knew they were powerful. This is an opportunity for them to be very powerful. And you can remember in 2 months, Wambora, the governor of Meru, had been impeached. I mean, a very, very short time.
Yes.
Some followed, Wakina Chiponyi, Mheshimiwa
Impeachment
Munya.
motions had been brought, not quite impeached.
Yeah, impeachment motions were already there.
Yes.
And some were being threatened, even me, I was being threatened with impeachment. There was a wrong perception about devolution at that time. I'm happy that now people have realized their roles. Also, the Senate was another culprit. As an institution, they came in and tried to do what the county assemblies were supposed to do, and there were those conflicts. And also their interest in some of them being governors. They regretted, some of them regretted why maybe.
So governors were more powerful.
Yeah, why they became senators instead of governors. And they started fighting governors from the word go. And because of that infighting, the focus was not there on the development that was supposed to be there. The focus of the people was not there. Even in my own county, you can remember Khalwale fought me all through until we went for the election and people decided that I was the right person for Kakamega County. Came up with so many allegations and so on. But that expectation was there.
So a myriad of challenges, clearly, early on.
Yeah.
But somehow you'd say the counties have found their level?
Yeah,
or they're still...
Now at the moment, and you can see, even at the moment, there are no major noise at the county level. But I can say the major challenge that we have now encountered in the previous period and this other period is cash flow from the national government.
Right.
This has been a big challenge. And I think we made a mistake. If we are not careful, then counties are just going to become like local authorities again.
So when you say mistake, what mistake was made?
Yeah, we made a mistake in the way we crafted our devolution structures.
Right.
What we would have done, I think, from the experience that I've had, is that we would have given powers of revenue collection, the total revenue collection, to the counties. Counties would have been capacitated to collect all the revenues, whether it is the income tax, the any taxes that are collectible in the counties. And then out of that, forward a fraction
to the national
national level. Now, Yeah.
Wouldn't that pose concern, one, because the system apparently was arrived at because of the concern of double taxation, but that also at the end of the day, the national government is at the very top. So for it to be depending on the counties would be a reversed, unacceptable...
But that's what is happening in a fully developed systems like Nigeria, like America. America, we have states, we have governors, and the states collect all taxes and they remit, or there is a system where it is determined that within this tax, the county takes this a fraction and the national government takes this a fraction. And the system is centralized, and automatically money goes to the national government, automatically goes to county government.
So you'd have it that tax collection comes back to the counties,
yes,
or rather it's taken to the county?
It's taken to the county, so that this issue now, for example, in my own county, it is 4 months we have not got money from the national government since December. So how will you be running a county effectively if there is no money? And as you know also, if you look at total county budget versus the national budget, our budget is just about 11%. So this is very little money going to the counties. And even the way now the increase of money going to the county is much lower than the increase in revenue collection.
So, say for instance, the property tax, which is at the county level, you collect the property tax, and there's one more tax that's
the entertainment tax.
Exactly.
Those are the two taxes.
Have they been of any impact at all?
Yeah, you see, for rural counties, property tax is not allowed because there are not many properties. There are no established townships within the counties. Property tax will have more impact in
like Nairobi,
Mombasa, Eldoret, Kisumu. But like Kakamega County, where we have very scattered townships, and it's a poverty area, 60% of the people are poor. So you don't expect more development in properties.
Yeah. However, there's also been concern that also the counties find there's a concern around an issue with disbursement of funds, but can counties do more to collect their own revenue, generate it? So that you look at a county like Narok, you have Masai Mara, that each county has unique aspects of it that they can be able to get into and have this revenue collection.
Will you give me a good example in Kakamega?
And that's what I wanted to ask you. What is the unique aspect of your county that can be used to generate revenue?
In Kakamega, I don't see where I can collect more of own revenue, apart from property taxes and some bit of entertainment. Even the entertainment itself, there are no many entertainment places. And of course, licenses for the bars and so on.
Right.
All this put together, it can hardly reach R1 billion shillings. While if we were to carry out a proper budgeting based on our requirements and our priorities, we need something like 15 billion. 15 billion. And what I get from the equitable share from the national government is just 9 billion. So put together, I have 10 billion. It's a big cap. And I cannot fill that cap, whether I do what, from own funds locally.
So these delays are caused by what, even in getting the money, the little that there is?
Last period, it was not as serious as it is now. At least that time it could be delayed 1 month, maximum 2 months. But when we go for 4 months, and what I know, the problem we have had is the mismanagement of funds, in that there has been a lot of borrowing. And because we are borrowing a lot, you must pay back. And so the national debt has grown, and we need to service those national debt. And also we have I think the national government has started so many development projects. And I think this was necessary for the Jubilee government to win an election. So most of these projects now are stalled, and I have examples in my own county, quite a number of roads that were commenced then, and they are not operating.
So
they are not constructing the roads.
So describe for us the impact of delays in disbursement for a county like yours.
Yes.
When the money is late to come down, what does this portend for your county, for the people, for the services and requirements?
You see, one thing, if the funds are delayed, I'm not able to pay salaries. And that is very crucial. Morale of the staff, for them to deliver to the people, is necessary. And it has a multiplier effect in that those who have properties and don't get rent. So if they don't get rent, they also don't pay for property tax. It's an issue. If they are not paid, they can also not pay the other taxes. And you see, money in circulation within a system has a multiplier effect. So that even Mama Mboka is able to sell the vegetable. If people are getting their salaries and they are able to buy vegetable, maybe vegetable is a necessity, yeah? But they will not buy as much as they would have bought if they had money in their pockets. So this has created a problem. This has also even strained employment, because we are not able to employ more people, because why would you employ people when you are not paying the ones that are there? So it has become a challenge. And as such, now, people are now preferring again to go to the national government, because there people at least are paid. They feel that if they go to the counties, they cannot be paid. The suppliers are the same. I go to my office, you come to my office, you'll find the suppliers are queuing up. Some are showing me letters, they are being auctioned by banks because they have done work. Maybe they had a building, they have already constructed, they have a road, they have constructed, but we are unable to pay them. So some of them, because we can't help them.
Yeah. So recurrent expenditure, suppliers is affected.
It
What else?
causes a lot of discontent within the whole system. Yeah.
And talking about the recurrent expenditure on those that are employed by the county government, at the national level, we have an issue because a bulk of our revenue goes to pay salaries of these public officers. Is it an issue in Kakamega County that most of your revenue is going to pay the officials working in the county?
It's still an issue, I can tell you. At the moment, Kakamega County, we are paying about 40% of our budget to wages. And salaries and related personnel expenses. And at the moment, there is little I can do.
Why is that? In
that we inherited staff from the local authorities, which were very highly paid because they were under union. You will find that a driver under local authorities paid 100,000, while a driver under the normal national government terms is earning 23,000. So I cannot bridge the gap. It's very difficult to bridge the gap. So the only thing you do is to pay the former local authority driver up to the time the driver will retire.
Hasn't it come up as an issue of discussion even at the Council of Governors?
Yeah,
to
it
find
is an issue. This is an issue we have discussed many times. But now you will need maybe to retrench these people. And we have no money to retrench them because retrenching is a very expensive exercise. So we are in the web. The other one is that you recently, the medical staff, the doctors, the nurses went on strike. And their salaries has gone up very much. My own county, at least the salary went up by over 20 million a month. So you can imagine that is 240 million a year.
Wow.
And these are problems that were not caused by the counties. These are problems that were caused by the national government because they stayed with most of this staff 6 years without any salary review. So because now the current constitution have given them a right to go on strike, that is now what is happening.
And can't the national government take up phasing out of these officials that are doubling the roles?
Yes, and you can see now this burden is now being taken to the county government.
Right.
Yes.
With devolution, the devolved functions, quite a number of them, do you would you say money followed and funding followed those functions?
At the moment, I can tell you there are quite a number of functions that are being done by national government that they are not supposed to be done by the national government.
Right.
For example, in agriculture, you find that the national government is distributing fertilizer to farmers. And they have no structure, staff structure at the county level. All staff at the county level were transferred to the county governments. The only agricultural staff we have them at the national level.
Right.
Or if we have someone at the county level, he sits at the county level just for coordination purposes,
yes,
or for information passing to the national government. So you see, that is a function that national government is doing that can be done by the county government. And they are now spending 3 billion shillings. This money would have been used effectively if it was sent to the county government.
Yeah.
The other one is in water. We still have the water boards, digging boreholes all over, a function that has gone to county governments. Because if you read the Constitution, you will find that water distribution is a function. So you find a water board has a borehole in a school. I've planned a borehole in the same school. If we are not aware, we are not communicating, we find a same school has 2 boreholes. Yeah? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
That is another problem. The other one is roads. We have Kera and Kura. Kura was supposed to do roads in urban areas.
Yes.
And Kera was supposed to deal with rural roads. Now, all these urban areas have shifted to counties. Now, you find that in Kakamega, Kura is responsible for 4 kilometers of a road. Will you keep an institution like Kura in Kakamega County to maintain a road network of 4 kilometers with the entire staff? The same to Kura. And we have talked over this severally. The national government has been unwilling to let these functions go to counties. And we have a lot of...
And what reasons do they cite for that?
We have a lot of duplications. For example, you will find the national government, the county government has done a road, has done Kuravila Road. The following day you go there, you see a signpost of Kura or Kera. The same way Kera has done a road, it happens also county government will see a signpost. So which means one of the two is lying to the other. And the government, as two government, we have lost money because of this duplication of functions and many others.
And you're saying even when there are meetings and engagement over this kind of duplicity, there has not been any solution?
We have talked severally. A committee was formed to look into this, but nothing has happened.
What committee was formed?
Yeah, committee was formed at the summit level to look at this duplication. The last summit we had in Nyeri, chaired by the president, this issue came up and a committee was formed, a report was done, but nothing has happened. We are told that these institutions were established by law, so they have also to be abolished by law, but you know, abolishing can take just overnight to abolish a law. So this has been a problem, and unless this is addressed, I can tell you, we shall have a problem in devolution.
Yeah. So, like for the roads, some of these institutions, in your view, should be scrapped.
They should be scrapped, or alternative. You know, it is very painful for people to lose employment. What could happen is these people just move to the counties. They become employees of the counties. They move with their salary. The money is transferred to the counties, and that allocation that goes to those institutions is transferred to the counties.
Right.
For example, in Kakamega, Kera gets about 30 million every constituency. It's 360 for 12 constituencies. But as a county, we spend about $1 billion in roads. So that's a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
Why can't you transfer the 360 to the county?